I'll wait to see your golden smile, feel of 1,000 kisses. Oh, please stay a while. I'll reach up to hold your sunlit face. Feels like a handful of silk now. I'm in your warm embrace. Oh, I hope this feeling lasts till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment, forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun. This feeling moves me every single day. I'm captured
Well,
by your
have we got an update for you? Last week we left you with John building a porch. This week, everything has changed.
This is the most fun part of any kind of project, really. All of the building stuff is out of the way, it's all done. Now it's time for the fun stuff.
So the other day I walked up here and John had retrieved 2 of the doors which were given to us by Maria from Porto.
Thanks, Maria.
Thank you again, Maria. These doors are 18th century.
They are, yeah.
And they came from an old farmhouse in Douro, and we've been thinking about what to do, and we asked for loads of suggestions of things to do with them, and we've still got, I think, 4 more doors.
We do,
So
3. Yeah.
3 more doors, so heaps more projects. But these 2 are feeling pretty special in here as a room divider, because now we're going to end up with an office and a bedroom, and they just look like they belong because they match so beautifully with the desk and with the bed. So the plan is to try and get them into place, get everything else into place, and start really piecing this place together.
First though, I've got a porch to finish, so I'll be cracking on with that right away. Some tiles to go on that roof bit, and the fascia board as well, I've got to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, and then I think we'll probably just crack on with those doors. Coming together now. What we definitely need is a whole bunch of lighting. So maybe we need to make another light, another lamp.
Yep, a beautiful lamp in the corner there is definitely required. Last year, if you've been with us a while, you'll know that we made some lamps out of the demijohn bottles that we've got in our knot garage, our Dega. So we could make a couple of those.
Wonder whether we could stack a couple of those bottles on top of each other.
Same thing.
Is it?
Maybe I'll go and have a play in the nut garage and see how it looks.
I think there could be some fun stuff coming. Stick around, we continue last Wednesday's episode.
Which was our first ever part 1.
Yeah,
so this
absolutely.
is part 2.
Part 2. We're going to finish the porch. We're going to crack on in here. We're going to make some lighting, I think. And we're going to have a whole bunch of fun.
And hopefully finish the tiny house.
No. Far too much to do for that. Off we go.
See you just now.
Crusoe, leave the chickens alone. Do you think we need to put a staircase there, Crusoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Good work, little man.
There's a corner up there.
Are you coming up, are you? All right, well, let's have a look. Daddy, come down a bit. Actually what? What do you think of it? Is it good? Carry you. All right then. This is what firemen do, Crusoe. Firemen's carry. Okay, pretty simple finish this one. I've just put a couple of battens down for the tiles to rest on. I've chopped one of the tiles pretty much in half, and then I'm going to put a piece of wood over the top to protect the extra gaps. That's it. We've got a roof, which is pretty exciting stuff. I'm delighted by it. And the porch is almost there. So another 5-10 minutes worth of work. We should be able to start looking at going inside and carrying on with those doors.
So while John's cracking on at the tiny house, I thought I'd come and have a quick wander down into our, not garage, the deliverer of all things we need. This place has been something of an extraordinary treasure trove since we arrived on the farm, which is almost a year ago now. And we found so many things in here whenever we've needed stuff. So I just thought I'd pop in and see what there might be that we could make a lamp out of. As I mentioned, we've got all of the old demijohn bottles from the winemaking days up on the shelf there, which is what we've made lamps from before, and they came out really well. So it wouldn't be the worst idea, but I wonder, I just spied this old thing. Let's see what we think. I wonder if we could make a, I mean, it is drillable. That might be an idea. Maybe I'll take that up to John and see what he thinks. There's just so much in here. I also need to try and find a net for my strawberries. Not to stop the birds, to stop my toddler. See? Deliverer of all things. Is that an adequate net for strawberries, do we think? Looks pretty good to me. Although the holes are quite wide, I'm not sure if that would stop. Although, do you peg it? You peg it above, don't you? I think I might go and put that on now. And see if I can, stop Crusoe from getting into the strawberries. Currently, the Knot Garage is an absolute state. It's not as bad as it has been, but it is messy. The plan ultimately with this room is, just while we're here, this side of it, where there are shelves and things, I'm going to use as storage for things like, I'm going to use it as a root store, get some boxes set up so that we can store any kind of butternut and stuff like that we have, you know, an excess of, pumpkins and things. I'm also I want to get some proper shelves put in so that I can start jarring and making jams and chutneys and ratatouille and all that sort of stuff, and have somewhere to store it nice and cool and in the shade and not taking up space in the house. And then this side of the room is going to be John's workshop, and we're going to set up his tools nicely, you know, put all his screws and stuff organized so that he knows where everything is. At the moment, everything is just all over the place. So that is really, really needed and will happen in time, but it's just not a massive priority right now. So I don't know when, but it'll be a fun project, and I'm sure one that will be really enjoyable for everybody. I'm being very sarcastic. Right, lamp. Let's take this up. My love, I've been in the Knot Garage. Yeah. Tell me, do you think that could make a fun lamp?
I know it could, yeah. 100%.
Good idea?
Yeah, it's a great idea. Just drill a hole in the top.
Run some wires through. What is it?
No.
For olive oil or something?
Cool.
Oh, it's got a label on it. Canelas Gaia. It's from Gaia, which is near in the other side of the river from Porto.
Okay.
That is very cool, isn't it?
It's probably worth more than the lottery.
Anyway, we'll chop it up and make it into a lamp.
Should we check with
Joao
first?
Yeah. Let's do that. But I think that would make an epic lamp, don't you?
Yeah, I think that will be a really beautiful one. All right, yeah, brilliant idea. Let's do it. You do it. It needs to be painted first.
Okay. I think we have this paint, don't we?
We do. It's by the gate.
Okay.
Waiting for the gates to be painted.
Have you got a paintbrush for me?
There's one in the Knot Garage.
Of course there is.
Yeah,
I also found this. Is this sufficient to put over strawberries?
Yeah. Perfect.
Cool. I'll go and do that first. I think we got our first proper strawberry. Look.
We took the road down past the ocean, roaring through winter above.
Just a little taste.
My lips brushed your smile, your feet danced ahead for strawberry
Yummy.
in the sky.
Delicious. High five.
Forgive me if I get too touched. Thank you for making it all worth our while. Strawberry Mountain, we're coming for you. We're making good time. We built all our tools. We sleep in the yard that we make. The sound of your voice is pulling me through.
Right, it's not perfect, but
Tips on the shadow.
it'll do the job. Hopefully that keeps birds and toddlers off the strawberries long enough for them to get nice and red. Anyway, we're off to pick loquats. So on our way to the loquat tree, check this out. We have got blueberries coming. Quite a lot of them as well, which is really cool. So excited about that. So we're heading down below the lawn to the loquat tree. Now, loquats are something I had as a child, but I don't think they're that well known as a fruit. And they're kind of a little bit like a cross between an apricot and a peach, but with a really mild flavour in comparison to either of those. Although I suppose apricots are quite mild, so like an actual cross between an apricot and a peach. We have got one tree which is dropping loads of, or producing loads of fruit at the moment, and one of the little goals I've set myself for this year is to have as little waste as possible. So I've just bought a dehydrator to make some dried fruits and things when the time comes. And with the loquats, the other day we had loquat salsa on some tacos for lunch, and I'm going to see if I can make some loquat jam, loquat jellies, and just put as many as I can also into the freezer so that we've got them throughout the year. But anyway, Crusoe's in a dreadful hurry because he's just discovered them and they are delicious. And they're one of the things that he can actually pick and eat at the moment because everything else is not ripe. And Mommy will pass them to you, okay? So, this is a loquat. They really are really delicious, and ours are currently, they're so nice. They don't seem to have been too badly stung by anything.
Mommy, my pig loquat.
I got his, like pips and
Okay, buddy, you got your box? Should we pick some more? Okay. You can't eat them all, okay? They're for the jams. We're going to fill up that box, okay?
Can we eat that? Yeah, one more there.
Okay.
Oh, and actually, another lovely opportunity to ask for recipes. One day, we can make some kind of newbie community resource recipe book where we all share things that we do with stuff. So, any smart ideas to do with loquats, I'm all ears and would be super grateful. Please drop them in the comments below.
Now, inside there.
Inside there. Okie dokie. Oh, it's getting nice and full. We're going to have to come with something bigger, I think.
Right, I think that's it for now, bud. What do you reckon? Is that your box nice and full?
Yeah.
Okay,
Does it?
close it.
I'm going to carry me.
I'm going to have to carry you, hey, because there's lots of thorns. Alrighty.
Okay, that's it for today. It's taken a little bit longer than I thought it was going to do today, but it's gone together really well and I'm really pleased with it. We'll start looking inside to Maria's doors and seeing whether we can partition that wall, and also having a look at those doors to see how much cleaning they're going to need and what kind of cleaning we'll need to do with them. Maybe it's as simple as just getting a matte lac or some sort of protective sealant to seal in whatever is on those doors and then make them safe. I don't want to do too much to them because they're just beautiful as they are. Anyway, it's not looking too bad, is it?
We get some more tomorrow, okay?
Okay team, I'm gonna just fix these doors in place, I think, or at least put the framework up so that when the doors are nice and clean, I can then get them fixed into place. The easiest way I think of doing that is going to be to put a beam literally across here. And I've got this lovely piece of wood that's hardwood that I think if we can bury it almost into the walls at each side, then cement it into place, it's just going to be really solid. It's going to be like this kind of part of the building type structure. So I think the next step, the next logical step is to just chop a little bit into the walls in the right place, put that beam there ready so that we can then put these doors up against that beam. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a break from the outside project and finishing off those fascia boards. I'm going to come in here, I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to clean the floor, and then Tara can move in her laptop and we can start editing videos in this room. Yeah, let's get on with it. Have a look at that for a piece of wood. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it's really beautiful. So Tara really hates dust, and that basically means this next bit is going to really make her cross. I got to chop into the wall on both sides for the beam to slot into place. It's not going to be without dust, that's absolutely for sure. And I can't think of a different way of doing it. I mean, I could put some L brackets up or some sort of fancy things, or I don't know, but cementing that beam into the wall, I think, is really the best way forward. And without question, it will be the strongest, best finish. So I'm going to go ahead and do that before she comes over and sees what I'm doing. Too late. Hello, darling.
How's it going?
Ah, good.
Good.
Hello, Sawyer. What are you up to?
What's Daddy doing?
All right, so plan is chop a hole there,
Oh boy.
chop a hole there,
Oh boy.
and stick the beam in.
What beam?
That beam on the floor. What?
I wonder when it'll stop that I walk in here and something like extraordinary is about to happen.
Well, I was thinking, because otherwise, how can we fix those doors otherwise?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's the best way, right?
Messy.
Hello, Crusoe, you too. Yeah, messy. Yeah. Crusoe's excited.
I'm walking the stairs.
Are you walking on the stairs? Go on then, show us how you do it.
You balance, buddy. Good work.
Wow! Love it, dude. Again.
Good, I love it.
All right.
Good luck.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Take the desk and the bed head out so that everything doesn't get filthy.
So.
Daddy, look.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Well done, Crusoe. Okay. So let's get things out here, and then I can crack on.
Alrighty.
Serious dust. It's always the way with a grinder. Open some windows here. Try and get some air through. We've got two big holes in the wall. Hopefully I've lined them up so they're in the right place. Just chop a beam and see whether it fits. I feel pretty pleased about that. It's a nice beam as well. Looks good. Those doors have now got something really solid to rest upon. It's just about my head height, and I'm 6'8". That's not true. Some of our guests, like Nardis, are giants. They'll just have to duck. Love it.
Hello, love.
Oh, my darling.
I'm excited to see this.
There it is.
Wow!
What do you reckon?
Yeah, it looks great.
Sort of divides the room nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks cool.
We get those doors pinned into place.
Nice. I'm really excited about that phase. Anyway, I have been in the knot garage again.
All right. What's that?
Do you remember? Gently with it because it is cracked. That was something that we found when we first cleared out the knot garage.
Beautiful.
Isn't it amazing? So I thought, could it go on the outside of the tiny house as the light? I know you were talking about the bucket from the washstand.
Yeah.
But I want to keep the washstand intact in case
Okay,
it's
well,
useful
let's
one
have a
day.
look. Let's see whether it's got a space.
What if you bring it out and put it up on the apex of your porch roof?
I love these old treasures. You know,
Oh
they look
man,
cool.
yes, so cool. I love it when stuff like this happens.
All right, okay, that's definitely found a home there.
Yeah, so if you can rewire that,
Yeah.
get a bulb in it,
Yeah,
we've
need
got
to
a
do-
light.
Great find.
This is becoming such a fun space, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I think we've proven to ourselves more than anything is that every space we work on in this farm has, first of all, the potential to be really special, but we will make it really special. Like our kitchen living room space at the moment is full of like our treasured trinkets and stuff, and somehow this space is also going to be the same. That makes me really happy.
Yeah, it's all going to work out just fine. But it just, you know, like we've all found, it takes a little bit longer.
I genuinely thought we were just going to plaster this, put a floor down, fix the roof, paint it, put a bed in it. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
And maybe a camp toilet. It's got a lot more imaginative than that.
Our boy is shouting help.
What's up, buddy? No, you're not. He really is fine. But while he battles with the chickens, I'll fetch him and go and give that a bit of a clean. Somehow, it's the end of another week, and I think it's about time we wrap up this episode. We're almost there. The doors are hung, the desk is back in place, the floor is looking a bit better, and John's gone off to the shops to get some final finishing pieces so that we can do what we need to do with the lighting and with the floor. So I think we're heading, believe it or not, for a part 3 of finishing the tiny house. Thank you so much for being a part of it and for coming along on this journey with us. It has been such a fun project, watching it evolve into something so much more imaginative and creative than we thought it was going to be. On Wednesday, we will be sharing the process of upcycling all of the light fittings and lamps that we found in the knot garage. Cannot wait for that. And showing you the actual finished product of this little tiny house project. We'll see you then. And remember, be brave, think big, explore. Cheers, folks.
You got the heart that is bigger than the sun. You got the smile that is wider than the fun. Whatever you imagine will come true. Whatever you wish upon a star will do. And there is only one thing you should really love. It is your heart when it sings up above. Hey, you over there. It's time to get up and make the world shine. It's time to get back to feeling so fine. You can dance or sing, or you can sing or dance. You got to find the voice that was lost. You got to find the sparkle in the frost. You got to find the passion in the must.